Hi guys, it's Melissa in Minnesota again, and I want to put out a quick video today discussing one of the ingredients that may be found in some gluten-free products. And the product that I have notes, and so I will be occasionally looking down at those, but the ingredient that I'm going to discuss, I always said it, mispronounced it, Tocopherol, and it's actually pronounced Tocopherol. And also a form of that is Tocopheryl acetate. And my first experience with that came about when I started researching different ingredients and products. January 2013 when I was diagnosed with having a gluten intolerance. And I didn't know until July of that same year, 2013, how sensitive I was to certain ingredients, even products that claim to be gluten-free. And I started doing more research, and I tried my best not to use anything that had hydrolyzed wheat protein in it, because obviously wheat, that's one of the red flags for gluten. Barley, rye, those type of things. Barley and rye don't tend to be in makeup products, bath products, soaps, things like that, hair conditioners and shampoos. But hydrolyzed wheat protein was popping up all the time. And then one of the things, because July 2013, I realized how sensitive I was, I realized that I could not use things that might be cross-contaminated. And one of those ingredients would be oats. So I thought, okay, this is fine. I know that I can't have anything with wheat in it, and I can't have anything with oats in it. So I started buying products from January until July without those ingredients in it, and I thought I was fine. I had eliminated everything that I could in my food. There was, the last issue that I had was flour on a water drinking glass at a restaurant. That's all I had. Didn't order any food. And that's how I realized how sensitive I was to food. So I knew that I could eliminate any possibility of cross contamination or gluten that I knew of in food. And after that, I was still getting sick. And I started thinking, I'm like, what am I using that could possibly contaminate me? And then I realized bath products, shampoos, conditioners, makeup, foundation, eyeshadows. One of my incidents was I didn't realize hydrolyzed wheat protein was in mascara. Who puts that in mascara? So, that was one of the things. And I had a stroke-like symptoms with the Almay Get Up and Grow is actually the mascara that I used. And it was so scary that I started going through my cosmetic drawers like crazy. And when I first was diagnosed in in January, um, I went through and, like I said, I eliminated everything that I possibly could think of in my makeup. But then I went online because I don't really have stores next to me. I spent like 3 hours in Target looking for products that were gluten free. Neutrogena and CoverGirl, and a lot of those didn't seem like they had gluten in them. And I'd call the company and I would get a response that they didn't. And I'm thinking, why am I still getting sick? Why do I feel this way when I've eliminated everything I can possibly think of? And there's so much controversy based on the fact that some people feel that those diagnosed with celiac disease and with very high level of intolerance to gluten can't possibly get sick from things that they apply topically to their body. And I am one to tell you, I am one of those people, and maybe it's a small percentage, but I get just as sick as if I eat it. Um, it's it's crazy to say that, and I talking to my husband, I'm thinking, okay, well, people have pain relieving patches that they put on their body. That's topically absorbed. Why is gluten any different? So, with that being said, all these products that I had bought that claimed to be gluten free didn't have oats, didn't have hydrolyzed wheat protein. I started thinking, what is the one ingredient or two ingredients in it that possibly could be contaminated? And so I started doing research, and the research that I found was tocopherol and tocopheryl acetate. And it's one of those things that is very borderline, and I'm reading my notes, but Most tocopherol is gluten derived. Now, companies will claim that it's, either during the process that all the gluten is eliminated and such. But for someone that has, like me, zero tolerance, why would you even risk anything that starts from a gluten derived product? There's so many things that are known with celiacs and gluten intolerance that they have higher rates of cancer and brain issues and memory loss and just things that go on with their body. Why would you want to do that to yourself if you know that you can avoid it? And so I don't want to do that to myself. So I started looking at these products. And so for me, I have found that I am eliminating anything with tocopherol and tocopheryl acetate in them. It's just too much of a chance. The FDA in food has approved that it's safe for someone that has celiacs or gluten intolerance if it's 20 parts per million within that product. And I have known through my personal experience that any exposure to gluten causes a reaction. And as small as, like I said, putting mascara on my eyelashes, I had stroke-like symptoms. And once it's like one day I have that issue, don't use it any longer because I realized, oh my gosh, this has wheat protein in it. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, online they say, topically it's not going to hurt you. I use it again and I have the same reaction. So therefore, like I'm saying, personally, that's not an option for me. So here's the deal that I have found. Since most of the tocopherol is gluten grain derived, anything that I'm going to say on my channel, I am not going to have that ingredient in it unless I have found that it is certified gluten-free, which means that the company has determined and they know for a fact that they are not using a wheat-derived tocopherol or tocopherol acetate, because it can also be a product ingredient that is derived from soy or or rice. That was the other. So just to let you know that some of the ingredients or some of the products that I suggest may have that in it, but I will let you know that I have found it deemed safe. And again, I'm going to say I am so sensitive that if there is any trace of wheat or a gluten in a product, I'm going to have a reaction. Now, I don't like being a guinea pig, and I'm not going to take any chances if I don't have to. But I will call a company. I will do my best to research that. And I have found, if you watch my past video about, I kind of got on my soapbox there talking about my empties for April. And I claimed, or I stated that when I called a company, if they gave me what I'm calling a bogus answer, where they tell me to talk to my doctor to find out what I'm allergic to, I already know what I'm allergic to, and I ask a company who is buying the ingredient what it's made from, and they can't tell me. I know that they're not concerned about the celiac or the gluten intolerant. They're not concerned about our health issues, and therefore they're just looking out for themselves for the bottom line, the dollar. Gluten intolerance has become, or gluten-free has become a huge, I'm going to say, not only a medical issue in this country right now, but it's now becoming what they're calling a trend. So everybody's trying to capitalize, food products, makeup products, trying to capitalize on that gluten-free status when, like I said, they include an ingredient where they don't know as a company. I mean, the person that's picking up that phone at customer service should darn well know where their ingredients come from. If they don't know, they're not looking out for the gluten allergy, or it's not really an allergy. I guess wheat can be an allergy, but they're not looking out for somebody that has an issue. And to me, that's the same thing. If somebody has a peanut allergy, they can go in anaphylactic shock, which some people that are allergic to gluten, and I keep saying allergic, but have an intolerance to gluten, can say have the same reaction as if they eat peanuts. It's a huge issue. And like I said, and I keep saying this, when I had stroke-like symptoms, to me, that is a huge issue for me, and I can't take that chance. So I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that the products that I recommend are completely 100% gluten-free. And if anything changes, I will go back in my video and I will let you know that. So I want you guys to know, because there is only one other YouTuber that I have found that sticks to a gluten-free status, and that is it's Shannon, and she's at Glamour Wonderland, and I will recommend her. Let her know if you go to her channel. Put in the comments that I recommended her. She is the only other person that I trust on YouTube that I know that any product she recommends is 100% safe for me. And I've been doing this research now, January 2013 to January 2014. I've been doing this for over a year. And I was looking for anybody out there that was like me. And I know there has to be other people that are as sensitive as I am and don't want to risk illnesses or sicknesses or their body being destroyed by something that shouldn't be there. And when a company says that they don't have that in their product and they're lying about it, I take a huge offense to that. So again, I want to let you guys know that anything that's on here that has those two ingredients, the tocopherol and tocopheryl acetate in them, the products that I'm using are normally certified gluten-free, unless I've called the company and I've let them, we've had a discussion, let them know that the sensitivity I have, and so that's kind of where the status is. So I want to let you guys know that. If you have any issues, I would love to hear your comments about ingredients that you found in products. I know that, it's so, everyone has different reactions to different products, but I want to make you guys aware that you have to really, if you have celiac disease or a severe gluten intolerance, you have to do your research. There is, and I hate to say there is not one company that I can say that I can fully recommend that doesn't have some gluten products in their line. And it's really a pick and choose of what you can use, and you really have to be diligent in doing your research. And so I'm trying to do my best, because like I said, I know there are people that are as sensitive as I am, to let you guys know what is available and what can be used. And it's kind of a journey that I never thought I would take, but it's one that I'm on, and it's my life now, and I'm trying my best to stay well and stay healthy, and I want to help those out there that are walking the same lifestyle that I am. So I hope that you guys found this interesting, educational. If there's anything that you guys have as far as experience that you would like to share, I would love to hear your comments below. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend. It's a Friday actually here in Minnesota. The sun's shining. I think the rain stops. So you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.